Hello ladies and gentlemen, Chris here from Mork's Egg Magic. I'm here with you today with a deck video for my budget white humans deck. Now, the story behind this is, on Origins Insight we did a challenge where we were randomly chosen a colour and we had to build a deck, 20 quid or under with it, and then we did see who deck was the best through a Twitter poll. Now, I've liked this deck so much I thought, why not, let's do a deck video on it, let you guys know what I've did with it and everything. When we did it I was chosen white, so without further ado, go straight into it. So, the idea of this deck is all out aggression. You're always on the offensive, you want to attack constantly. It spells sorceries and instants to back you up along with equipment. So without further ado, we'll go straight to our creatures. Our first one is Expedition Envoy, which is 1 white. It's a human scout ally. It's 2 attack, 1 defense. Again, nice turn 1. It's a nice turn 1 out for it. I play 4 of these. The thing with these is you can swing all day. It's only got 1 defense, but it's a nice little get it out turn 1, attack for 2, boom. You know, you already start and put pressure on them and everything. I'll mainly use these for combos, which sort of goes into our next creature, which is Town Gossipmonger. It's 1 white. It's a human, and it's a 1/1 1 attack, 1 defense, and its ability is tap an untapped creature you control. Transform Town Gossipmonger, and you transform it into Incited Rabble, which is a human again, and it must attack each time if able, and its ability is pay 2 mana, it gets +1 attack till end of turn. So basically, turn 1 play Expedition Envoy, turn 2 Town Gossipmonger, then at the end of say 3rd turn or that, or tap it and then transform it, or better yet, play Town Gossipmonger first and then play Expedition Envoy 2nd turn, then you can transform it turn 2. They are very, very good, very nice for putting pressure on, because you can turn it into a 2/3 and be able to pump it, so it is very nasty and very good, and you can do a lot of damage very quickly. So that's our 2 all we play in 1 drop. Now moving on to 2 drops. The first one we're going to talk about is Lone Rider. It's 1 mana, 1 white. It's a human knight. It is first strike and lifelink, and it's 1/1. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, transform Lone Rider, and it transforms into that rides as 1. It's an Eldrazi horror. It's a 4/4. It's a first strike, trample, and lifelink. Now this is absolutely insane. There's plenty, you know, combos. You can combo all this off with Lone Rider, and it is, you've got to get 4 free life, but there's plenty of ways of pumping up Lone Rider in this deck, and you can easily get 3 attack or higher very quickly with it. Or alternatively, get 2 Lone Riders, pump up 1, swing with both, bang, you got 3 life. You know, you can transform it automatically. It is very nasty if you can transform it. I'll run 4 of these, and there's a little card later on I'll talk about where you can combo it and do some really nasty damage with it. So next one, moving on, is Unruly Mob. It's 1 mana, 1 white. It's a human. When another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Unruly Mob. Now this is more of kind of, if you're losing a lot of creatures, you can pump it up, get some pumps, and it is really nice, because suddenly you've got, from a 1/1, say Expedition Envoy dies, 2 of them die, it becomes a 3/3, so forth. You know, there's other stuff that pumps it up as well, so it can get pretty big very quickly. It is quite a nice little card. Next one, this is sort of like the core of this deck, is Thalia's Lieutenant. It's 1 mana, 1 white. It's a human soldier, and it starts off at a 1/1. Now, and its ability is, when Thalia's Lieutenant enters the battlefield, put +1/+1 counter on each other human control. So basically, if you've got 5 humans out, they all get +1/+1s. and it's whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put +1/+1 counter on Thalia's lieutenant. So considering we're running humans on this, it can pump up really quickly. It is a very nice card. You can pump up with humans very quickly. Combo it with Lone Rider, suddenly it becomes a 2/2. You can make it into a 3/3. Bam. It is really nice. It's a nice little thing. I run 4 of these. It is quite an expensive card, but it's one of those cards that is very worth playing with. It does very nasty, can be very nasty, and it can do a lot of damage very quickly in this deck. Really want to combo it if you can. Say turn you got in drawn it, got in your starting hand. You want to sort of play Expedition Envoy, Town Gossipmonger, transform them. You've got them too, which you should have hopefully 3 mana by then. So play, if you can, play another Town Gossipmonger, then play Thalia's lieutenant, put +1/+1 counters on all of them. Suddenly they've all got +1/+1s, and then you know, if you want to pump up Thalia's lieutenant and you've got a couple of Expedition Envoys or Town Gossipmonger, just pump them out, make Thalia's lieutenant really powerful very quickly. Next, I'm moving on is now that was our 2 drops. Now moving on to our 4 drops. Now is Avacynian Missionaries. Is 3 mana, 1 right, human cleric. At the beginning of your end step, if Avacynian Missionaries is equipped, transform it, and it transforms into Lunarch Inquisitors, which is human cleric. When this creature transforms into Lunarch Inquisitors, you may exile another target creature into Lunarch Inquisitors, leaves the battlefield. Now, equipping it, will go on to it very shortly. It's a good card. It's a 3/3, transforms into 4/4. There is, again, combos with Thalia's lieutenant. There is something else you transform it that you can make it really nasty. It's a late game card, but you know, if your opponent's got a really nice card and you need to exile it, it can be very handy very quickly. So moving on to our last creature. I only run 1 of this because of the money constraints on it. Is Odric, Lunarch Marshal. He's a legendary creature, human soldier. He's 3 mana, 1 white. He's a 3/3. So his ability is, at the beginning of each combat, creature you control gain first strike until end of turn. If a creature you control has first strike. And the same is true for flying, death touch, double strike, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, skulk, trample, and vigilance. Now, as you can probably guess, comboing himself for Lone Rider, nice easy Lone Rider flick. Suddenly, you know, once you transform Lone Rider, it's got trample, lifelink. So everything gets trample, lifelink. It is a really nasty card. If you can get it on the field, you can do a lot of damage with it very quickly. So that is all our creatures. Now moving on to sorcery and instants and equipment. I'll go through the equipment first. The only equipment I run, and it's 3 of these, is Neglected Heirlooms. It's 1 mana. It's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. When equipped creature transform Neglected Heirloom. It's got an equip of 1. So when you transform it, it becomes Ashmouth Blade, where a quick creature gets +3/+3 and first strike, and it's equip of 3. Now you're probably guessing here. Equip it with Lone Rider. Equip it with Avacynian Missionaries. Equip it with Lone Rider. Becomes a 7/7 first strike, trample and lifelink. Avacynian Missionaries, it becomes 7/7 first strike. Very nasty card. You can get them off, it can be really nasty. So that's all the artifacts I run. Next, moving on, I'll move on to sorceries. I only run 1 sorcery, it's 2 of, and it's Collective Effort. It's 1 mana, 2 white sorcery, and it has an escalate, tapped and untapped creature you control to pay for its escalate. And you can choose 1 or more if you pay the escalate. And it has destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, destroy target enchantment, or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player control. So suddenly you can put +1/+1 control counters on all your creatures, destroy a really powerful creature they control, or you can destroy a target enchantment. It is such a good card to modify. Okay, that's sort of sorcery. Now our instances, I run firstly Blessed Alliance, 1 mana, 1 white. It's an instant and it has an escalate of 2, so pay 2 mana and you get to escalate it and pay 1 more of its choice. So it has due to 1 or more if you pay more if you pay the escalate. Target player gains 4 life. Lone Rider flip. Untap 2 target creatures, which is very handy with Town Gossipmonger and maybe Expedition Envoy or whatever you tap for it. Or target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. Also very nice. Such a very nice card this is. Very powerful. Can be placed very unexpected and I run 2 early. And lastly, the last instant I run is Repel the Abominable. 1 mana, 1 white. I run 3 of these and there's an instant and prevent all damage that would be dealt by this turn by a non-human source. Now the important thing is non-human. Now considering our deck is all human apart from Lone Rider flip. So basically, say if you would, they attack you, you go to defend, you play this, all your damage goes through, but all their damage, if they're all non-human, that's it, they can't do anything. And suddenly you can kill their creatures and they can't. Such a nasty card. Right, that's it. Lands, I've run 25. Planes, that's it. Just keeping money constraints for it. Now, unfortunately, there was no sideboard with this due to the fact at the time when we couldn't afford a sideboard for this because it would have taken it over. If you're going to do a sideboard for this, my recommendation would be putting in possibly more Odrics and possibly more Blessed Alliance, maybe Repel the Abominable, maybe more of them. Make a Stand would be also a nice good one because that gives all your creatures indestructible and +1 attack till end of turn. You know, maybe more collective effort. Obviously, I may look at this. I'm going to look at this deck a little bit more. I possibly will post an updated video giving you what I've changed in it, what about the money constraint. But yeah, that is the deck. Obviously, if you can think of anything else to it, brilliant. Cost wise, it came to 1975, so it is under the 20 quid mark. So it's quite nice if you're starting out and want to give it a try. You know, it is quite a fun deck. I quite like it, the idea of it. It is such fun. Be sure to subscribe, like, and until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. And from me, farewell.
Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to hit that like button, it supports the channel for free. Also subscribe, and remember, if you don't want to miss any videos, hit the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. Thank you for watching again. Goodbye.